A very good morning and welcome back to Sodokran Court for the near completion of the Diezani. Last time I was there was on the last Thursday of last month. Then I said we were going to, on Friday, if the jury had still not come back with a verdict, that there was the possibility of an adjournment. And on Friday, 29th of May last month, as at the time the court ended at nearly 4 p.m., the jury had still not reached a verdict. So then, her ladyship, Mrs. Justice Sutton, all she did was to say, okay, she had already informed us, she had already informed the court that there was going to be an adjournment because one of the jurors had an holiday booked for 2 weeks prior to the beginning of this trial. What happens is that before the trial starts, before people go on jury service, or it's just like before you take a new job, they find out days which you cannot be available. And then in January, when they were filling the jury questionnaire, one of the jurors had said that they had an holiday booked from the 1st of June for 2 weeks. So because of that, and because they had not reached, nobody knew them that they wouldn't have reached their verdict after 2 weeks. And that after, by the end of May, when the trial will have finished, there will still not have been a verdict by the end of May. So because they didn't reach a verdict by the end of that day, by the end of the second week, which was the Friday 29th, the judge adjourned for 2 weeks. So since May 29th, when the judge adjourned for 2 weeks, that was the 2 weeks ended on Friday. So that is why we're resuming today. A lot of people have been asking what happened to the trial. Yeah, again, you get the gist. You get the gist from here. The trial was adjourned for 2 weeks because the jury law is somehow not only archaic, it looks definitely not fit for purpose in modern day judiciary matters. Because can you imagine one juror going on holiday out of 11? Because of that, the jury could not continue just because one juror was going on holiday. But that is the archaic jury law, and that is no surprise that people have asked for reform of the jury law because one juror was going for holiday for 2 weeks. The others could not sit. That is how the jury law is really skewed, in a very, very unusual way. But here we are, that is how there's really nothing anybody can do about that. The court is back today. So they are back today with deliberation. Before they went on that Friday, before the judge adjourned, there was a jury note asking for clarification. There was actually one question before that. One of the questions that was asked, remember when the jury are out, there is no more submission, the trial is technically ended, all they are waiting for is the verdict. So one of the questions, there was a jury question on that Friday, and the question was that when did the investigation for this trial started? One of the jurors, we don't know who, but it was a jury note. So they asked, when did this investigation into this bribery trial started? And secondly, the second question was that what caused the NCA to start investigating Diezani? Those two questions came in on Friday, 29th of May. Those two questions came in, they could not be answered because the prosecutor said, look, we have closed the file. I cannot tell you, I don't know when this investigation started, and I don't know what caused NCA to be investigating Diezani. It looks really, really ridiculous that the prosecutor said, I don't know, because we have closed the file. We are waiting for you jurors to give us the verdict. So she said she doesn't know. And the judge as well said, look, sorry, I can't help you. because I don't know either. The prosecution, they're supposed to know that, but the prosecution said, we have closed the file, the case file is closed. I cannot remember, and I don't know what made NCA to start investigating the Diezani. So that was that question. Then there was another jury question that came in because they were going on holiday, because the court was going to be adjourned. The judge did not open that question. So the judge said, when we come back today, that question will be asked. So I'm heading right inside the court now because court starts at 10 a.m. today instead of 10:15 because the court is being used for other things. And 10 a.m., the judge already told them on the 29th before sending them away for 2 weeks that we are starting 10 today. So I'm going in. We're going to see what is in that question. What is that jury note that came in? The judge didn't bother to open it, and the prosecution as well didn't bother. He said, when you come back on the 15th, when the trial resumes today, so they're going to read that question and provide answer for them. So that is where we are. But I have a feeling this trial, the jury will definitely, almost certainly finish their deliberations this week. I don't know yet, but I don't know. But it's been 2 weeks and they've had 2 weeks holiday because one of them was away on holiday. They've had 2 weeks recess. So hopefully when they continue today, at some point this week, they will have their verdict, but we don't know still. The judge didn't want to put them under any pressure, and that was why she said, look, I'm going to send you guys away for 2 weeks, and then we resume today. One of them that went on holiday should be back in the country, and so that is why the trial resumes this morning. In about 15 minutes, it starts. So I'll head inside the court. We'll give you an update later today. If there's any breaking news, if they come back with a verdict, I'll be right back after this court to give you the news. If not, I'll probably see you tomorrow morning. So enjoy your day and take care of yourself.